And welcome to my next video. I know it's been a while since I've done them. It just got carried away with half term and girls' schooling and so forth. Time does run away from you. Okay, so basically this video is on times tables, hints and tricks. And I'm not going to say every method in here is going to work for everybody, but one might work for you, one might work for someone else. Everybody learns in a different way. Some people have visual memories. Some people need to think of patterns and think of rhymes. Whichever one works for you, it's great. I'm just going to give you a few suggestions that might help. Okay, these are some of the tricks I've listed, but there are a lot more. Reference points, or anchors as I call them, finger tricks, number patterns, memorable rhymes, line multiplication method, or tic-tac-toe, which is like noughts and crosses. Okay, so the first times tables we learn are the 2s, the 5s, and the 10s. So by the time we begin learning the rest of them, generally, we can use them to help us. Okay, here's how. So this is going to be my multiples of 3, of 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and it's 0 times to 12 times. That's what we're doing. So I can start with the ones that I know straight off the top of my head in green. I don't really need to think about that much. So my 0 times anything is always going to be 0. Okay, 1 times anything is always going to be the multiple that I'm looking at. Next is my 10s. I know them super duper easy. 10, 20, 30. Yeah, I can do those. I'll put them all in. The next one I know really quite easily is my 11s, because I know I just add another multiple onto my 10s. Okay, so add another 3, 33. All the green ones here I can put in very, very easily. Okay, so once I've done my 11s, maybe I can do my 5s. So I know I need to do half of my 10s. If I'm not confident doing that, I can just go like this and count in my 5s. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. See? Okay, so you can either half your 10 or you can just count in your 5s for the multiple that you're working on. Okay, next I'm going to do my 2s. All right, so again, I can double my 1 times here, or I can just count in my 2s. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I can do it all like that. Of course, if I can do that with my 2s, I can then double that to do my 4s. Now, if I'm not confident in my doubling, which you might not be, just put the number 6 in your head and then use 6 fingers to count on from there, okay? So I've doubled it there, so I've got 12. Now, the reason I've done this with an amber is because you need to think a little bit more about it, okay? So there we go, I'll pop all those in. Now, if I can do my 4, maybe I can double that to do my 8s. Let's see. So 2 12s are 24, 2 16s. Oh, we're doing this one first. 24, 48, 32, 64. 2 16s are 32, 2 28s 56, and there we go, 72. Now, the next one I'm going to do is going to be my 6s. Now, with my 6s, how I'm going to do these is I'm going to take my 5s, which I already know. I'm just going to add another multiple onto it. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, that's exactly how I'm going to do it. And again, these ones are amber because you do need to think a little more about them. Okay, but can you see we're using these green ones here, our anchors, or our reference points, the ones that we know very, very easily. Okay, once I've done my 6s, can I half that to do my 3s? Yes, I can. Okay. All right, so now we get onto our 7s, all right? 7s have always been a sticking point for me when I was younger, and my trick used to be to take the 5 times table and the 2 times table and add them together, okay? So I'm taking this number, and that'll give me 7 times, yeah? Because 5 add 2 is 7. And look how much easier it gets then when you use that trick, okay? So if I've used this method for my 5s, surely I can use this method then for my 12s. So I'll use my 10 times table and my 2 times table and add them together. Do you see how much easier this makes things? Okay? Use your reference points to help you. The ones that you know, these are your anchors. These are the ones that you know quite easily. All right? Next, my 9s. I'd probably say these are harder for some, not for all, but for me they were. These were ones that I struggled with the most when learning this way. And with the 9s, what I used to do is literally just count backwards. I know my 10s, so I'll count backwards from here. So I know that 10 times 3 is 30, so 29, 28, 27. Yeah? And that's how I do that. Okay, next, we're going to move on to number patterns. So the 4s, the 8s, and the 6s have the same pattern, the same numbers, just in different patterns for their 1s. Let me show you what I mean. So 0, 4, 8, 2, 6. Okay, this is my 4 times table. Now, keep an eye on my 1s column here, 0, 4, 8, 2, 6. Okay, now I'm going up in my 4 times table. 0, 4, 8, 2, 6. 0, 4, 8, 2, 6. What do you think is going to come next? There you go, same pattern. So it's 0, 4, 8, 2, 6. As with my 8s now, the pattern will change. Okay, so it's going to go 0, 8, 6, 4, 2. All right. And I always look for number patterns. I really love finding patterns with my numbers. Okay, 6 times table, exactly the same numbers, just in a different order again. So it's 0, 6, 2, 8, 4. Okay, now with your 9s, I want you to keep an eye on my red numbers, which will be my 10s, and my green numbers, which are my 1s. So as you can see, my 10s go up and my 1s go down. That's my 9 times table. Now when you get to 9, I need to put another 9 in my 10s before I move on and carry on counting, because I need to account for 99. But then the pattern continues. See? And that will help you with your 9 times table. So looking at the patterns from all of these, take a minute, pause the screen. Can you tell me what the next one will be in each of these? Okay, so you've got to remember with the 4 times table it's 0, 4, 8, 2, 6. 6 times table it's 0, 6, 2, 8, 4. And with the 8 times table it's 0, 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay, mnemonics, memory training. Okay, now with these are really good little rhymes that you remember. Okay, a lot of them that go around school will be this one: I ate and I ate till I'm sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. And the reason they're quite good is because obviously the word 8 sounds like the number 8, and sick on the floor rhymes with 64. So there are some 6 just by the gate. 6 times 8 is 48. Heaven, a gate of nifty sticks. 7 times 8 is 56. Servant, servant, faulty line. 7 times 7 is 49. So there's a good few ones there to remember, and you can even make up your own. That's the thing I love about mnemonics and the memory training. Okay, next, noughts and crosses or tic-tac-toe. So imagine if you were playing noughts and crosses. Okay, draw your grid. This is for your 3 times table. Okay, so you draw your grid out, and then what you're going to do is you're going to start and write in numbers 1 to 9. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, this is going to be my 0 line, this is going to be my 1 line, and this is going to be my 2 line. All right, now, so every line on here has a 0 in front of it. Sorry, every number on there. Every number on here has a 1 in front of it, and every number on here has a 2 in front of it. Now watch. And that's your 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. And then we'll pop 30 over here, because then if we want to carry on, we'll just draw another one and do the same thing, because this is the pattern. Okay, so 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, and then 60. Now if you haven't got a pen and paper on you, or if you want to move on to the next step, you can do this on your hands. You can imagine that this is your noughts and crosses grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you can count that way. So for instance, if I wanted to know what, say, 8 times 3 was, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know it's 24. Yeah? That takes a bit of getting used to as well. More finger tricks. Okay, so your 9 times table can be done on your fingers. I've worked with some children who did know about this, and also some who didn't, but here we go. So what I'm going to do, because obviously I'm using a picture, I'm going to scribble out the finger instead of putting the finger down. But no, ordinarily you'd put the finger down. Okay, so you're going to number your fingers. Okay, so 4 times 9, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, cross out or put down that finger. So anything on this side is my 10s, so there's my 30, and anything on this side is my 1s, 6. So 4 times 9 is 36. Let's do another one, 8 times 9. So I'm going to put down my 8th finger. Okay, so I've got 7 10s, 2 1s, so it's 72. Okay, next one. I'm going to put down my 6th finger, then I'm going to start counting my 1s, 54. Okay, and next one, 9 times 9, there you go, 81. All right, just quick finger tricks. All right, now line multiplication method. This one is better for the 2-digit, 1-digit multiplication or 1-digit, 1-digit multiplication. When you get to 3 digits and 3 digits, it's a little bit more tricky, and I will show you an example of why. Okay, so 3 times 4, 3. I'm going to draw 3 lines. Times 4, and I'm going to draw 4 lines. Now, where the lines cross, I'm going to do a red dot, and then all I need to do is count those red dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. So 3 times 4 is 12. Next one is 2-digit by 2-digit. Okay, so I'm doing 13 by 23. Now, I'm doing my 13 up this way. Okay, so 1 line and then 3 for the 13. And then I'm just starting. So you're always starting from this corner. And then 23 I'm going to do down this way, but the lines are going to go across this way. Okay, let's count. 2. All right, now instead of just counting the dots, and that's my number, I'm going to separate them like this. Okay, so I know that this is going to be a 3-digit number at least. All right, so let's start over here. So we've got 9 there, 9 there, 2 there. Okay, 299. So you can see it's okay, sort of the 2-digit, 2-digit, 1-digit, 2-digit, 3-digit by 3-digit. Okay, I'm going to do 341 times 124. I'm going to set it out the same way. Okay, so let's get all the dots on there. Okay, so you can see if my lines and my numbers hadn't been set out exactly, so I've set my numbers out underneath each other just to make life easier. I've lined them up like that, and also set my lines out at the right angle. Now all it takes is for you to angle your lines a bit wrong, and you can easily get muddled on your sections, okay? Which is why it's generally not so good for the bigger sums. All right, always start from this side, okay? So that's a 4. Okay, over here we've got 18. Now I've got to carry that 10 and leave the 8 there. What have I got here? I've got 22, so carry the 2, leave the 2. Okay, I've got 12. Again, carry the 1, and I've got a 4. So 42,284. Okay, so it does work, but I'd say there are easier ways of doing it, sort of using your grid method or Chinese grid method for that. All right, I hope these have helped. I am aware it was a whistle-stop tour, but as I said, there are many, many ways of trying to get your head around your times tables. I just hope these help. Take care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.